Hey everybody, it's your pal Slowbeef. With me is special guest. Thank you very much, Woolie from Best Friend Zaibatsu.
Hey, hey, what's up, guys?
What's
What's up,
going
Slow
on?
Beef? Not
Um,
much, man. Let's get
um,
this thing going.
let's do it. I'm gonna tell you a story. Also, is that this guy Raz got me this game, you know,
Yeah.
and I had never heard of it, and he said it was like Contra, like on crack, which I love Contra, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And then I loved it, and I saw you played it, and I emailed you like way back when, like, holy shit, like this game rules, like I can't believe
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
else
yeah.
knows about it. But we were gonna race it, but I got impatient, and I just started playing over and over again. So
I,
now,
no, and I took off and I left the country. I went to Japan for a while and came back, and I saw your tweet about how you're like, yeah, I'm practicing my 1cc run. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you doing what now? You know, like I in my playthrough, there's a couple times where I was like, okay, I beat this boss, and now I have to die to change my weapon loadout. You know, like I just didn't know how to proceed.
all right,
So yeah.
what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pretend to be an expert on this, and then die around boss 1920, and then it'll be
Oh
really
god.
embarrassing. But I'm just verifying on the option screen. We are indeed on super hard difficulty.
Super hard.
That's
There's only
the-
two choices:
that's the only
super
way to
easy
fly.
or super hard.
You gotta love treasure that way.
God, oh god, the best. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been on a huge treasure kick lately. Somebody got me into. They had an RPG a while ago. I didn't realize either. But
Did they?
yeah, it's called Light Crusader. It's really weird. It's got like a physics engine to it and stuff. And I was on the Genesis mine, so
Okay.
it's one of those like check it out. It's totally weird. It got bad reviews, but like I don't think it's so bad. It's more silly than anything. Who knows? Maybe we'll finish this early. I'll get this my first try, and I'll show you a little. But
Well, I noticed you're going with the homing,
Lancer, right?
Lancer, yeah. And I was a bit surprised because I always preferred like flame, just because of
Really?
the raw damage. It's like it spends really quick, but I'm interested in seeing what you're gonna do with the homing stuff.
I'll tell you, if this goes well, I'll be changing around stage 17 too, which... Damn, I really want it to be impressive and do the speedrun trick of killing Mega P.
Oh god, yeah, with the dash blast, but
It's you
Yeah.
gotta get it just right, and I've never
Exactly.
gotten it down, but... Yeah, how was Japan, by the way?
oh, it was fantastic, man. Like honestly, just Akihabara is everything.
Oh, yeah.
The pictures and videos explain that it is. Like the trip up to Super Potato was amazing. Got to see some old like Nintendo classics that you can't even buy from them. You ask them how much, it's like, no, what do you think you're doing? Like put that, you know, like
That's
it was
awesome.
great. Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
been in, like, years, you know. I'd love to go back.
Oh, you went a while ago, yeah?
I went on a trip. I spent 5 days in Tokyo and 3 in Kyoto.
Okay.
So, you know, like, I went with a friend who, like, didn't like to spend money or go out of his hotel room too much, so I ended up, like, doing a lot of it by myself, which was, you know...
Okay. Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a good time. I didn't speak the language very well. I could, like, kind of ask for directions and not understand the answer, but, you know... It was...
Yeah, that whole thing.
Right, yeah.
I ended up going. I went with my lady friend, and I have a little bit of moon speak under my belt, so I was I was able to navigate. We spent 2 weeks in and kind of spent a day in just about every city we could get our hands on.
Cool.
So yeah, it was a great time. All right, so you got Android.
Android. Android's nothing bad, you know, like, I tried a little Phoenix Dash trick. I don't know the speedrun trick to him, but, you know, he's just, like, Lancer to the midsection kind of thing.
It's Phoenix Dash again, like at the top right side of the screen there, and you
Yeah.
kind of you use the edge to hurt him more.
I know the speedrun trick for Shell Samurai, which I'm not going to attempt to pull off here because it's, like, a little tricky, you know, but,
no, honestly, play it cautious. Try to get the win. You know,
that's what
like
yeah.
the clear time is nice, but that's not the goal today. I think.
No, it's not. I'm not even going to pretend I'm, like, an expert here. I'm just, like, I had it down to a pseudoscience, as I put it, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, and we're at full health for Shell Samurai, which isn't so bad, so...
Not at all, and just the fact that like we're barely like a couple minutes in, and you're already at like the third boss, and it's just this game, man.
I
like,
love it!
They don't make them like this anymore, you know.
This
I
is
feel
like... Go
I feel
ahead.
like Platinum is the closest
Mhm.
to like making games that are this just extreme over the top nonstop action.
Totally.
But the pacing of this is like I can't think of a single other game out there that just throws them at you like it.
Tell me about it. It's like, and it's everything, like, all these little things I love in video games, like parrying and bosses,
Yes!
and that's all this game is. And
Oh,
it's like,
my god, yeah. And like so many different options with your weapons too. Like, it gives you a lot of variety for the time that this came from.
Mhm.
And then of course all the little nods to Gunstar Heroes. That's a bunch of fun
yeah.
stuff as well.
I wasn't even, I played Gunstar Heroes once or twice, but I actually only played it more after I started playing Alien Soldier, and now I can totally appreciate, like, some upcoming bosses and such.
Oh yeah, no, I was late to the treasure party as well. I had an old roommate that was like big on it, and I kind of just didn't listen. And now it's one of those things where I'm like, oh god, like I don't know what I was thinking back then, man. Treasure's amazing. I didn't have a Genesis, so I missed out on a lot of things that were Genesis exclusive.
Yeah. Well, this one didn't come out in the U.S. at all, or I think it came in like certain UK regions, if I remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it was just the virtual console. Nintendo ended up putting it up eventually. And the boss names in this too. Like right now, you're fighting Sniper Honey Viper.
I love Sniper Honey Viper. That's my favorite boss name.
Like it's almost like a Saturday morning cartoon villain sounding thing. Like I can imagine the Queen Beryl voice coming out of it. Like no, alien soldier, I must defeat you. Like I can just totally see that happening.
Yeah, I love the design on him too. Like he looks kind of wacky, like a little grotesque, but not enough to be like.
Yeah. You know what I said? I said Queen Beryl, but I'm thinking more so Captain N, Mother Brain. Captain N, Mother Brain voice.
Oh my god, I haven't seen Captain N in forever. Holy.
Yeah. It has not aged well, man. I went back. It is a rough watch, dude.
Oh, I kind of remember like Simon Belmont and Mega Man said everything with Mega, right? And,
with the gravelly voice, and Simon with the giant chin. He'd stare in the mirror all day. It's like when you think about how like we've come to recognize these characters now, the Belmont and Mega Man specifically. It's like, oof, they were trying really hard with these characters, but it's still nostalgic, man. It's good times.
So I have to warn you, this is the first boss I usually have a tiny bit of trouble with. But actually, this is also the absolute best I've ever played, Madame Barber.
No, you're talking about having trouble with it as he's blowing up. Like
that. Yeah, that was very lucky on my part. I got a lot of health ups, which got me Phoenix Dash back, which usually doesn't happen. I'm usually kind of like sitting there, kind of hitting them with like homing force and such. But okay,
Did you find yourself like just kind of like going like, oh crap, hang back, parry everything for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
Yeah. Worry about the claw because it takes off so much damage from him. But oh man.
And just the fact that you can like instantly change the weapon pickups to what you want to a refill. It's like this is a pure speedrun mechanic right here.
And
like,
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No. And if you get used to where all the items are too, you can like kind of change your loadout mid-run and stuff,
Yes. Yeah, like just really smooth.
Mm-hmm. And this boss, Joker, is my like favorite boss of all. He just looks so happy to be here.
He's barely even attacking you. He's kind of just like dancing.
He's like, whatever. I'm here at the space bus stop.
Attack. It's more like his babies are really evil. That's what you got to deal with. And then
like,
you just.
I'm sorry my kids ended up like this,
Yeah.
Whatever. My bad. You go on ahead, Epsilon 1. That's another thing, I can never get the story of this game down either. It's like so
Oh my
out
god.
there.
Yeah, forget it. Don't even bother. You get that paragraph in the beginning, and it's kind of just like, okay, there's some kids that got kidnapped, and a power possessed one of them, and then Z-Tiger. I don't, like, there's some stuff going on, but I think it's like the less we know about the story, the better. It's like, just go, man. Just go use your powers.
Just go with it, exactly. I give them, like, props, though, for coming up with this, like, bothering. Like, you didn't even need it with Alien Soldier, really. You could have just been like...
At all, yeah.
You're an alien, you're killing stuff, whatever, But they're like, no, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna have a whole backstory. All right.
Oh, nice. That was a good one.
Thank you. This boss, hopefully...
He's the one that slows me down sometimes, because I usually go behind him and wait for my refill, and it just takes forever with this guy, I find. But, no, that was a good run. That was good.
Thank you, sir. I love these guys in the background, too. Because usually in the previous fight, too, they're just kind of looking everywhere. It's great. And my favorite thing here is that this isn't even like a spaceport, but it's like an alien like train stop or something. You know, like you just get on a train after this because it's like,
exactly, yeah.
Well, how do I get to the next boss? Like, oh, he's 3 stops away. He'll probably be on the roof. You know, go for it.
Yeah,
It's like,
just a couple stops down, probably passes your ticket through the terminal, and
yeah, exactly. It's like
It's
it's the alien soldier equivalent of like the Port Authority. Oh, first mistake of the run. I dashed right by that weapon power up, but that's okay. Hopefully.
You didn't pick up a bad one, did you?
No, I didn't.
You're still okay.
Yeah, I want to get some more Lancer, but all right, we'll be all right. You know, it'll be life.
Okay, so this guy goes down to Flame Force immediately.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, Flying Neo, like it's one of those things where you can just sit underneath him, and it works really well.
Gotcha.
It's again, there's multiple speedrun tactics out there. Like, I'm watching all the YouTube videos and seeing these guys doing it in like half an hour and stuff. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm one of those people too, and I play bullet hells now because I really like them. I just got into them recently, but I play for survival more than score because with games like that, it's like it's just enough to actually try to dodge everything.
What kind of bullet hell games you playing?
I got really Crimson Clover is a game I got into. I can't recommend it enough.
Okay.
Yeah, even like playing on novice difficulty makes you feel like a badass because there's so much shit going on. But
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm at the point where I can play it on arcade. So I'm proud. I'm just saying. No, I also noticed speedrunners, by the way, avoid that mini boss, but what the hell?
Why not? No,
Why
just
not?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You've got the charge. If you want some madness, you can go for a Mushihime-sama. Is one of the older. The screen is nothing but bullets type of games.
Man.
Yeah, Mushihime-sama, Ibarra is another great one. You know, like there's some good old stuff out there.
I've heard good. You guys.
No, I was gonna say, and Ikaruga, at its finest moments, is of course amazing, and I love the fact that the emergency screen here and in like a lot of Treasure's games is that big like no refuge, warning kind of boss interruption. I love that, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like no backing down now.
I love when they work story into like shoot 'em ups, even like Gradius 5 with its time loop stuff, and like Ikaruga with the ending and everything.
Yes.
It's like minimal, it's perfect. Treasure really knows what they're doing.
Oh man, Gradius 5's like reveal with you're helping yourself as you play, like that was so good.
And it like remembered like what you did in your playthrough and played it back for you. That was like so clever. Good for you, Treasure.
So this boss fight right here, Z-Tiger, this was the moment of like this was the first moment I absolutely fell in love with the game, like for the rest of my life, Like I was like, this is amazing up until now. And then this fight was just like, what? It's like a rival battle. And it's like you're barely a third of the way through the game,
Oh, yeah, totally. And I love his intro, too, where he just, like, powers up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point where I'm like, yeah, I really love this game. I totally agree.
And he just kind of stands there as he dies. Like, it's not even like a big, like, oh, I'm gonna get you. He's just like, all right, yeah. Well played, man. You got me.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And now we are officially 1/3 through the game now.
Now
so.
you're 1/3. Now you're
Well, there's 25 stages total, and there's a little more than 25 bosses, because some of the mini bosses, Oh, I got the wrong... Well, I got the right weapon, I just didn't power up my ammo.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say, that's probably, I guess, the most critical part of, like, being able to do a 1cc is refilling the right weapons, right? Because I just ran short constantly on the LP that I did.
That's what kills you. Yeah. You can know a boss really well, but, like, you run out of Lancer, and then you're like, oh no, like, I'm stuck dodging for, like, a long... You know what I mean?
You get 6 shots, man. 6 shots of it. It's so good, but it's like...
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like the first thing I try to do is build up my ammo with it, because right now I have 2,000 with this Lancer, 1,500 with the other, but if I'd done it right, I would have had double 2,000 I could work on building a homing force, just to switch to a third Lancer toward the end. Hopefully we'll get there.
And of course, like a true pro, you're using the all numeric layout.
Of course.
Forget the bars. Who's gonna do that? Like,
that's
honestly,
you gotta see numbers, man. Yeah, that's the math nerd in me, if you want to know the truth. But I'm like, I gotta know exactly how much damage I'm doing. I play video games like some people play taxes is the thing. So play taxes, do taxes. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah. Well, that's the right way to think about it, really. Yeah, just play your taxes, guys. You know.
Yeah, whatever. You got to do it. You know.
And game over is when you get audited. So hey, it's all
Totally. Right. All right. So Deep Strider's done. That's not too bad. So let's see if I can at least get this thing here going. All right. Good. So, what's the next boss? Next boss. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to me, the next boss is probably the 1cc stopper, if anything.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Oh.
Nope, that's okay.
Okay, alright.
That almost looked like I intended it, which would have been cool, but, let's see. The next boss is the 1cc stopper for you?
I find so, just because, like, dodging through the blades, I just never got the timing 100% down. Oh, no, wait, whoops, I forgot about this guy. I was thinking of the boat.
Yeah, the boat's pretty tricky, actually, but, you know...
Polylobster.
Polylobster. If you actually, what am I trying to say here? You know how if you press down and A, you can switch between, like, fixed fire and, the other mode?
Yeah, free.
I stay on gold, except for that boss fight in particular, because...
Yes!
Well, yep. Yeah,
you
know
gotta
where I'm
stand
going.
there. I know exactly what you're... Yeah, that's the one place you want to stand right in the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Alright, so that's... I don't even remember that boss's name, actually. But that's him down, anyway.
Hyrola? Or, Hyrola? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
The boss names are just... They're the wackiest and the greatest.
That's, like, the one thing I like about this game, too. Oh, dear. As I, Okay, so that's... Alright, that's not going too great, but that's okay. We're gonna be okay, because I got some power-ups from that. Alright, yeah. No, what I like about this game, too, is it just totally seems like Treasure having, like, fun, you know, with stuff, like, nothing too serious.
Yeah.
There we go. Full health. I got lucky on my pickups there, so...
Dude, like, major props for doing this while talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to you last time about Dark Souls and stuff, and, like, you know, all these parts later, I'm still having, trouble with, like, the talking while focusing on the harder bits, you know?
I got a lot of training from the Bullet Hell games, actually. They help you go a little zen, because you can't concentrate on everything, you know? But, yeah. What do you call it? I don't know. It's like...
I love what they do to your brain.
Yeah.
When, you know, when you just feel like your brain just turns to mush, and then you finally just see it. You're like, okay, don't see the screen, see the negative space.
Right, yeah. It's like, alright, I see only 4 or 5 things coming toward me, and then... Alright, so this guy, Polylobster, I'm gonna try something I don't usually try too much, which is I'm gonna stay on this side and see if I can Phoenix Dash him on the corner here. Which, okay, kind of worked out.
You got a bit in there.
Got a bit, you know, hey. It's better than getting hit, honestly, so...
Yeah, and in the speedruns I've seen, like, everyone ends up doing the dash what looks like a little bit early. Because it seems like the hitbox on his thing, it basically it starts immediately. Like once his hand is back, there's no approach of it coming to you. It's just the whole thing is a hitbox. So it's trickier to dodge that than it actually looks. But yeah, you're doing all right, man. You got this.
I think I got this. He throws me with when he does the arm sweep towards you. You know, like if he goes against you, it's a little easier. But when he does it in the same direction, you have to change up your timing a little. So that throws me a bit. But I think we're still in not too bad shape.
And the boat survives the entire fight, but that last little bit, it's like, oh no.
That's the time.
That's all you get for me.
And a lot of the speedruns don't attack this guy at all. But you know, I don't know. I like to. We might as well kill everything if we can. Plus,
are you gonna get an ammo charge?
No, I'm not. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, that's not okay. No, we're actually gonna be okay with Bug Max because I like the full energy charge to pretty much get him out of the shell immediately.
Yes.
Because my biggest problem with Bug Max is actually running out of time when I fight him. So, as long as you get him out of the shell, you can really start doing damage to him as fast as possible. You're right, though, about the ammo charge, and it's something I didn't really give enough thought to now that I think about it. But that's okay, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of homing force if I need it. I'll save it for a bit. Oops. Let's get behind. Because if you're using homing force behind him, you can still hit him pretty well, and you're not susceptible to that weird purple attack he does.
Okay,
you know?
yeah. I haven't seen him taking damage with homing force in like quite a while because, like I said, I usually just flamethrower him, and it destroys.
Maybe I should change up that strategy sometime if I there we go.
It's much riskier because you got to get in their face, you know, like you've got to really like get good at staying right in front of them and dodging right before their attack comes out, but. It's worth it because you only have to do like one rep of their pattern, and then they're usually dead right away.
Nice. Hey, and that's Bug Max, so that's another problem spot for me out of the way, which is good. I think if we hit 7 Force, that's when we're gonna know whether or not we got a run going, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
the
for
game
now,
begins at 7 Force, man.
Yeah, you know it. Let's see. I don't have to worry too much about wasting Lancer Force on this guy because, you know, the next boss is Lancer Force doesn't work on at all, so...
Right.
Let's see here. Yeah, this boss, I kind of like the gimmick and I kind of don't. It's clever, but it's tough to, like, know how much ammo you have and things like that, but... I forget his name, actually, but he's down.
I don't remember at all.
This is 15 bosses down, right? 14 bosses.
I think so.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's 25 bosses total, but let me just make sure I'm getting the right power up. Okay, got that. And we'll get this.
Yeah,
one.
that was 15. That was 15. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so this part, this is I don't mind having homing force for this because it gives me just enough light to see by.
Right.
Yeah, and as many times as I play this, I do not know how to make that very first jump up here without taking damage. But I'm sure there's a way that I don't know. But at any rate, this guy, Sunset Sting,
slows the whole thing down.
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to give me a lot of trouble before I found out parrying his pedals gives you like
free life.
Yeah.
Free life.
Guaranteed 100 back too, so you can kind of
every time.
Yep. So you can kind of get into a nice little loop here with him, and that's half his health already, which is good. And look at that, and he's giving me more. So this is a fairly lucky run that I'm having right now. God, I wish I'd talked to you about this before though. I'm like, I gotta try out that flame move.
It just cuts the boss time in like a third, you know. Because homing force is fantastic because it you know obviously just it lets you focus on defense while doing damage, but obviously the trade-off is not as much damage.
Right, of course. Yeah.
What I'm really curious to see is your arachnophobia strategy, because
he goes a lot of different ways. Yeah. Now,
every time I've tried to do one of those fancy shortcuts, I die horribly. So I just gave up on them entirely.
I won't lie, it never goes the same way twice for me, but last time it went really quite well, so I'm hoping for a repeat of that in my practice session. I don't have a good strategy for this guy either, really. For V Black, I believe his name is.
Flame. Flame is a 3-second answer. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not to just repeat and harp on, but
no, please.
You know,
this is a gentleman's discussion of Alien Soldier with many strategies abound. So
of course.
All right, so.
Yeah, so I see, like, again, all the fancy guys, they post up in the air beneath the spider.
Oh, wow.
And without ever really moving from that spot, they just flame down on it. And it takes, like, again, maybe 5 or 6 seconds. But it's so hard to not, like, move or fall or die. It's just, it's really tricky.
Yeah, this boss is, I love, too, the sort of tension in it, because he's like, you're being dragged down to him the whole time, you know?
The fly is getting dragged into the spider's trap, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah,
it's
totally.
so cool.
Yeah, this is a really well done boss. I love to Treasure, like, does a lot of these, like, I guess ragdolly type of animations, you know? Like, where everything's sort of procedural, you know? Like, their sprites sort of composited together for the animation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just a bunch of shapes sliding around on top of each other.
Yeah.
I know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like Contra used to do back in the day. It did a lot of that as well. Like, yeah, it just... Because the sprites look good no matter what they're doing. It works out.
Totally.
And of course, yeah, another problem with this guy, I find I ran out of time on him a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the fly goes down to the bottom, and then that's it.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. I thought you meant run out of the timer on the upper right, but no, you're right, yeah. Because once you lose the floor, it's all on luck. You know?
Just float and hope for the best, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, we got it. And the tricky thing, too, is you have to fight Sunset Sting, V-Black, Backstringer, which is the spider's name, and Epsilon Eagle, I think this is boss, all without any health refills of any kind. So, this whole section is kind of like teeth gritting, you know, but
Epsilon 1, yeah, Epsilon 1 or Eagle, or whatever, either way, Epsilon.
Right. Yeah.
This guy does some damage, too. Like, he's a fun fight, though. I really like the whole flying up into space.
Yeah.
And, well, you're on a space elevator to begin with. Like, how sick is that already?
Oh, yeah. The music works. Everything about this fight is just, like, awesome.
And it definitely feels like where your next major plot dump would be, had there been a plot. You know, like...
Had you understood any of it, right?
Yeah. This would be an important battle.
And let's just... Yep, okay. So he's always choosing middle for me, which is... I'm out of Lancer, so a little more. That's so... Alright, but he's down to 330, so I think I can finish him off with homing. Which, he doesn't do much damage at all, but at the very least, we can kind of... I got time, as long as... Oh, dear.
Whoa.
Okay, alright, let's...
Clutch it up.
Here. There we go.
There you go.
Got him. Okay. So now that we've through this, I don't need so much homing, so we're gonna swap out one of these homing for a Lancer. But
I agree with that. Especially when you fight
7 Force.
Oh no, well 7 Force for sure, and the Destroyer.
Oh yeah.
Destroyer Mark II. Like you just lance that thing and it's done.
Now this plot, this part of the story, there is a planet being blown up.
That's correct.
There is a planet named Sierra mentioned in the story.
Uh-huh.
There is a thing looking at me.
Dude, this is the part of the LP where I just went, and then this planet blew up.
Right. And then you're on, like, a different planet right after it, which I'm not sure...
We're going to space, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, okay, write your own story around that, kids, you know? It's up to you. Alright, so, stage 18. Alright, so this is where we're gonna try and switch off for, oh dear. Another thing I like to do is basically the levels, they have a little bit of variety in them, but they're really just to help you get like more energy for the boss fight, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So if you need health, you should definitely stop here. Because this part in particular, if you keep dashing, it actually puts enemies right in a spot.
No kidding.
You can dash through all of this.
I never knew that.
It breaks it up just perfectly so that you can get through all of this. It's really good. Yeah, even right here, where you dash straight forward and you land on the platform in front of you.
You know, it's funny, and I should do that, I just realized too, because you get a max health thing anyway, but I've just learned how to double jump a couple times because I never even thought of it. That's...
Yeah. No, it's expertly laid out, man. They really planned it well.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I would want to pick up... I'm going to try to pick up one more Lancer if I can later, just to sort of max it out at all 2,000, you know? You guys have got to stop with this stuff. Let me just get some of them to shoot at me so I can get a little health back. Alright, well...
Well, the thing with Lancer is, like, when you're not in a boss fight, the other things are more useful. You know, I find. But it's like, once you hit that boss fight, you want to max out your Lancer.
Yeah. Alright, we got 6,000 Lancer. Oh no, we're still building up from the last boss fight. So we got 2,000 Lancer. We got around 4,000.
More than enough.
I think we'll be okay, yeah. Oh, Sora says, oh man, that weapon layout is mildly infuriating. And I do apologize, I usually don't do that, but it just...
The OCD in people is gonna go off for a bit there.
It was just because the second weapon slot only has 1250 ammo in it, so I wanted to, like, get the max Lancer out of it, you know? I don't like it either. I don't like it either. Man. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't love it either, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
It was the right choice. It was efficient. It's fine. It's just, again, it's the OCD a little bit, you know.
No, I understand. I'm totally like that too. You know, it's like, oh, it's killing me. I want everything nice and ordered, but you know, It'll happen. We'll fix it next run. Next time we play Alien Soldier, but.
A bit of Pat's OCD has been like rubbing off on me recently because we're playing Dark Souls and like every once in a while I'll equip like a weapon onto just the second slot with nothing in the first slot, and then I'll be like, no, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, and Pat will just sit there and laugh because he's like, you used to not care about this kind of stuff, but now that I'm hanging out with him more often to play this game, like now it's all coming out in me. You know, I'm catching the OCD bug.
It happens. This next boss, our good friend, I believe this game calls him Jambon. Oh dear.
Melon bread.
Oh yeah, melon bread.
Yeah. That's totally the.
Oh my god, this is really bad. I lost a lot of health for stupid reasons just there.
And he doesn't feed you a lot of health.
He doesn't feed you any, I don't think. And he can really fuck up your run.
Okay.
If you know, it's because he's like a joke boss. He has one attack in particular, which thankfully is not this one.
Yeah, it's a Gunstar Heroes thing again.
Yeah. But like I had a run, an attempt at the 1cc go bad because of melon bread. Yep.
Oh, what happened?
I didn't think of anything of him. I was like, just like, I would a chump, I don't care. I wasn't paying attention. He took like 500 health from me. And then I had to go into 7 Force. Okay, this is 7 Force coming up, so...
Yeah. The Melon Bread, when he does the rotating spin attack, you can crouch right underneath him and shoot up, and you can get quite a few hits in. So this thing with 7 Force as well, it's interesting, because apparently that's the girl that you were trying to save.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the girl you were trying to save, like it was like you show up too late and she's already become a monster, and she hates you for it. Well, you know, she hates you for being too late to save her, kind of thing. Well, so now you've got to fight her. Yeah.
And she ends up being the make or break boss, more or less. You know. Mostly her last form, Siren Force, is the toughest for me. But Valkyrie is not awful. I just gotta watch out being too cocky here, because you know you need all the help you can get with 7 Force. Whoa! I never saw that high kick.
And I also like didn't spend a lot of time grabbing reloads and you know, by the time you get to Siren Force, if you don't have any left, you're just sitting there waiting, dodging attacks. Oh, okay. There you go. All right,
we're through. So now Medusa Force. So Medusa Force. Yeah, all right, shot a little early, but okay, we can pick. At least Medusa Force gives you some pickups if you know where to go.
Absolutely, you can use this phase to heal up.
Yep, and we need it, honestly. Okay.
There you go.
Might as well do the refill there. Oh boy. Okay, and we're almost back to full, so that's good. Also, Phoenix Dash on Medusa Force, I've never found really helps. I don't know if I'm ever in a bad spot for it or what, but...
it's right when it's at the back, right there, for example. When it's at the back of the screen for a good while, it'll work. Gotcha. Everywhere else, it's a waste.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I appreciate the fact that they do slow this phase down just so that you can get your bearings. Even though it's like, you thought your bosses were coming fast before, here's 7 bosses in a row, like, just...
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, Valkyrie Force. Is it Valkyrie Force? I think it is. And then I think then it's Artemis Force and Siren Force, if I remember.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. This guy and then the cat, and then...
Yeah.
That should be
yeah, this time I like to slow things down a little, and woo, just...
Wow, that is way different. Okay.
It's not a great strategy, admittedly, but it gives me time to recharge my Lancer.
Well, no, that's worth it, man. That's pretty smart, because, yeah, I usually spend a lot of Lancer on this phase.
Yeah, he's, you know, obviously, you know, if, like, you stay at the left, he can't hurt you. It's just the timing is kind of, like, you gotta get it just right, because if you don't, you waste the Lancer, and if you don't, you do it right, he blocks, you know?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, that's one of the things, though. Like, I ended up, like, there's a movement pattern where you can, right when he opens himself up at first, you get maximum Lancer hits in there. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you're better off saving it. That is pretty smart.
Yeah, because then we got, you know, Siren Force is the big problem in all this, because you can't hit her with, well, I mean, I know you can hit her with Sword Force, maybe, but I need the Lancer for her, honestly. Mm-hmm. So
and I'm just thinking too, if you had Flamethrower going, like, that's one point where it's completely useless. Like, it would be,
yeah. The Phoenix Dash doesn't work for Siren Force either, at all. I think
It's like I guess it's just like you're underwater. Why would this work?
Yeah.
is the logic, you know?
Okay, so Artemis Force, just gotta be careful, because I don't want to get too relaxed with Artemis Force.
And it's also like, where are you right now? Like, you just... the battle plateau just randomly changed to this ancient Egyptian style, you know, like... thing, like, what? And then you never see it again. It's gone. No answers for anybody. move on, you know?
I know. It was like, yeah, like, planet blew up, ice planet, now it's like Atlantis, whatever, you know?
You were falling for a while, you know, and then you just landed. And it's like, you could have totally just had a bland background for this, and they just went all out.
No, it's like, we're treasure. We're doing it right if we're doing it, you know? We're not cheaping out on anything.
Yeah.
I love, too, the advertisement for this with, what was it, like, now we're going to set the 68,000 heart on fire, meaning, like,
yes! Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, that cat.
All right.
Here we go.
Siren Force. My strategy with Siren Force is she goes in sort of an elliptical pattern, you know? If there's bombs that sort of follow that orbit, and you can kind of stay inside that, you can pretty much get through it, but this is always my biggest problem with any 1cc run, so here we go.
How much Lancer do you have?
I have almost a full one.
Almost a full, okay. Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that's a pretty good thing. That's pretty, yeah, staying inside the bomb circle.
Yeah, it's not easy to do because, you know, you're being moved in this, like, elliptical direction. Oh, dear. But,
holy shit, it's fucking... Wow, that's amazing, man. I stay right on the edge and just play it as lame as possible.
I see.
Well, you know, and waste some shots with dealing with the bombs, and I try to smack them, you know.
It's not a bad strategy. It's just, honestly, whenever I do anything long-term, I end up, like, screwing it up later, so... I try to learn strategies that get through it as fast as possible, and we gotta run.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going.
Okay. I wish I could say the game is easy from this point out, but at the very least, you know,
a major challenge has been like surmounted. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta say one thing that I've grown accustomed to, but if I could change it, I would. Is an optional trigger button to just quick switch your weapons.
Yeah, totally. I agree with you, because...
It's part of the challenge, you know?
Yeah, the weapon ring and all that, but I totally agree with you, because a quick switch would, like... There's sometimes, too, you need to swap quick for a boss, and it's, like, part of the strategy is, alright, I gotta find a safe spot with, like, a second so I can, like, go into the menu, and then, you know...
Yeah.
And I can't lie, I hate this part. Like, you get used to which asteroids...
Your eyes have to adjust and find the right asteroids.
Yeah,
like...
it's so, like...
Oh, man.
Come on, Alien Soldier, that's just not fair.
I know. Like, if this were, like, a newer game and you were playing off of a stick, like, the D-pad would probably switch between your weapons.
Yeah.
They'd do something along those lines.
I'm wondering, like, if... There should be, like, some indie studio or somebody who wants to like, try to remake Alien Soldier, you know? Because I would love to see, like, another one of these games somehow.
But it would have to be the right people, man.
Oh, of course, yeah. Emulate a treasure game? I mean, that's a tall order.
Yeah. Have you seen, like, the Sparkster remake? Or rather, not remake, it was a Sparkster re-release that was on Xbox, and it was just terrible.
Oh, no.
There was the Ninja Turtles game, too. They made Turtles in Time.
Oh, yeah! I heard that wasn't so great.
It was not hot, man. And, like,
no.
in fact, it was bad enough that they pulled it off of the shop.
Are you
like,
serious?
Can't even buy it anymore.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
It was really rough.
Oh my god. Whew! Alright, so, oh, and Dominic White mentioned in the chat, too, like, Titan Souls? I don't know if you heard of that game. It's,
yeah, absolutely. The pure boss fights. It looks fantastic.
We got four bosses left, so... And this next boss is also one that I have to admit gives me a bit of trouble. So.
It's an ammo waster. It's a real ammo waster.
Yeah.
It's not even that the pattern is that hard to deal with. You just... I don't know, I just always run out, you know?
Yeah. I run out of time is my big problem with this boss, too.
Yeah.
Because he's a little tough to hit with the Lancer, and you need the... Oh, dear. Lancer. But, alright, yeah. So I have 2 full Lancers for him, so that's not too bad. And the third one's charging, so... If he has a flamethrower attack, though, I can get some health off. So hopefully this goes well, but this is another problem boss for me, so let's hope. And also, I still will never get used to not actually starting the boss fight until the game, you know, says
tells you, yeah.
I'm like, just like, start shooting it, like, no, wait. Alright, so, this pattern I don't mind too much if I get hit.
It's the centipede.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, this is a spiky worm. Real original name on that one.
They can't all be Sniper Honey Viper, I guess.
No, I suppose not.
Which is a shame, because that is my favorite boss name, I think, of all of them.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, for me, my favorite by far is the boss immediately after this guy.
Oh, yeah, Wolfgun Blood.
Wolfgun Blood!
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Oh. And the fact that it's literally just a wolf riding a horse, like, cowboy, like, what the fuck is going on with this boss? I don't know, but I love it.
It's like basically they just did everything in their imagination. Just like whatever you can dream of, just make a boss out of it.
Yeah, it's like that could have been another game entirely on its own, and they're like, just throw it in.
Yeah, what the hell? Why not? All right, we're through him. So now we got Wolfgun Blood. And Wolfgun Blood's tricky because the machine gun attack is the only thing that won't save you if you have low health, you know? Because usually you get down to 1 HP, and then you're good. But with the machine gun, he can just wipe you right away, if you know. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. And got full health and one full answer with almost a charge one and a third one on the way. So okay, we're not doing too bad.
In the end, I think it's been a while, but I think Plasma Force was the one that I found helpful with him.
Interesting.
Although Lancers definitely should be devastating, but yeah, let's see how this goes.
Uh-oh. Not a great start, but, you know. Okay, because one issue with him, too, is, you know, I'm a little tricky on the timing and stuff, but I do love the tell for this next part is the horse looking back at him. And of course, you can parry right through these barriers, which is a nice little touch, I find.
I did not know that. Are you serious?
That's how you get the health behind them, actually.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Parry right through them. Parry through like most anything in this game. The one tricky thing though is when you parry with Lancer Force, it ends up using a little bit of the Lancer Force, which because you get so
shot out.
Yeah. I don't like because, you know, you get so few shots with Lancer Force, but he's dead, so...
Oh my god, okay, well, now that I know that you can just parry the walls, yeah, that's a way better strategy.
It's a really helpful little trick. So we have 2 bosses to go.
It's looking good, man. It's looking alright,
Alright, so this part, let's make sure I don't lose health for any stupid reason. Yeah, this guy, what's his name? It's like Missile or Missy something. It's like half missile, half something else. I can't think of what it is, but all right.
Right. Yes. This really confused me at first because I was like, I didn't understand that I was moving the elevator.
Yeah.
So I'd sometimes it'd be right at the bottom and I'd just die immediately because all the missiles hit right away and it was just really confusing. But
yeah. Then he does the thing where he switches up, and the attack changes to this like weird widening pod kind of thing.
Yeah.
I gotta give them points for creativity though. No 2 boss fights are really alike, you know.
Well, if your eyes, like, if anyone else were looking at this for a moment, this is a shmup boss.
Yeah.
In a not shmup game, you know, like you would be fighting something like that, covering the screen, firing those types of obstacles in a bullet hell game, you know.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, because this is far and away the best Alien Soldier run I've ever had. So,
nice!
Now I'm going to die to the final boss, because that's the only way this can end, but...
Nah, man, let's do it. Z-Leo, you got this,
Alright. So, you know, nothing hurts him weapon-wise, so we're going to drain our Lancer Force, because that does hurt him.
Moment. Everyone in the chat, raise your hands up to the sky for slowbeef.
Aww.
Lend him your power. Like Goku.
Let's hope I don't spend like Goku. Yes. All right. So Z-Leo, he's a pretty awesome last boss. I do like Z-Leo a lot.
My one regret with the LP is that I didn't wait long enough to get his awesome sky throw attack.
Oh god. On super hard, he does it a lot. course, I say that watching doesn't do it this time or something, but like, you know, he,
It is.
oh yeah, no, totally it is. The only thing I hate is sometimes he'll do it a few times in a row.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, because he, if you do it a few times in a row, then you can't do damage to him, and all you have to do is keep dodging, yeah.
Dodging, yeah.
I think I screwed up there. Alright, that's okay. So, I'm gonna see if I've missed the parry on him, but that's okay, because I got some Phoenix Dash, actually, so... I keep missing the parry on him, but... No big deal.
It's like, it does so much damage, that parry.
Yeah, it totally does.
Dude, you know what? Like, if you're comfortable right now, then it's fine. You're alive.
Yeah,
you're doing
that's
it.
all I care about
You're
right
doing
now.
damage. Don't worry about it, man.
Oh, here we go. Sky Throw.
There we go. No need to get fancy if it's unnecessary.
Sky Throw is really tricky, though, sometimes, because you gotta know when to dash, but you don't want to dash into things, and... Here we go. Yikes. Okay. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Alright.
Doing good. Doing good. Got it.
Alright. Alright, got one hit,
Got it.
so... Yeah, throw Fireball. I don't know. Use the wrong side for it. Okay, let's see if I can at least regain some health back from...
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Come on. Ah! Okay, I missed the parry again, but...
Just get out of the way, then. Just get out of the way. Don't worry about it.
He's at 1665 health. That's not... Love it. Okay, I passed. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Just get this down.
Nope. If he doesn't Sky Throw again, you've got this. Bam! Clean it up. Take it home, slowbeef.
Doing it. Trying.
Take it home, slowbeef.
I'm trying.
Take it home. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh no. All right, Sky Throw.
Oh
here we go.
Shit. Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Oh man, this is it, dude. This is it.
All right. Here we go. You got nothing.
Yo, everybody, watch this. Watch him clutch it out. Yeah.
All right.
Sick.
Don't do it again. I know you want to. Don't do it. All right. 100.
Take him home.
Oh dear.
Get on the other side. Take him home. Yeah. All right, now you got it.
Oh my God! He's doing a Sky Throw. 15 health.
Oh shit.
All right.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Got this. Oh shit.
Do the impossible.
I'm
Fight the power, man.
Okay, and
that was clean.
Alien Soldier 1cc. Wow,
are godlike. That was sick, dude.
I did not expect that to go as well as it did.
Shit, I am so impressed. I am just... Yo, everyone give it up. Give it up for slowbeef, man.
Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you for being part of the Alien Soldier fandom.
Crack that Draco, man. That was well deserved. What a clean run. What a clean run.
Oh my God. That went a lot better than they usually do. Usually Siren Force is what screws me up. I figured that was going to be the tricky thing, but...
No, man, we all learned a little bit. We laughed, we cried, you know?
Yeah, no, it was an adventure, for all of us, I think. And,
for our generation. And I can say I was there.
I'm so glad you were here. And I'd also like to thank Raz, who got me into this game, as well as Zero Chan and my friend Dominic, who, are also part of the Alien Soldier fandom. And in AML and Deathsalon and Archimp and all them. But, and thank you, Mr. Woolie, again, for coming in.
No problem, sir. I now officially christen you Fast Beef.
Oh! Maybe if we get a faster run. Maybe I'll learn the power of the Flame Force, and then,
Oh, man. Yeah, honestly, take that for a spin. Just see, what it's like having it. It just devastates some of those bosses. Not all of them, but some of them.
Now, what's going to happen after this is you're going to have to practice your 1cc run, and then we're going to have to, race it sometime,
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to have to step up.
I'm going to have to, too. This was one of my luckiest runs ever, so...
I'm seriously intimidated by it, sir.
Don't be. It was all luck. Watch then, see, I just recorded some run, and... No, I'm kidding. But, I do also like they didn't even cheap out on the credits here either or anything.
No, not at all, man.
And I just noticed the planet's back.
Yeah. So, defeating Leo returned the planet.
Right. It like
Happy ending for everyone.
it like rewinded time before the planet was destroyed, but I guess kept all the good stuff we did in the future, like defeat Seven Force Friday and Z Leo and stuff. Maybe.
And then they've got the little credit roll where they show you all the bosses and their names. It's like, say goodbye to all the friends you've made along the way. You know, it's like these bosses are like cheers. It's like, hey, Norm! Sniper Honey Viper!
Hey! I think you've had enough to drink, Mr. Honey Viper. It's great stuff. And they do it in like a weird order. It's almost like their boss favorite, you know what I mean? Leo, he really only gets one mention in the story, but he ends up being the final boss, you know?
Wasn't he the one that... No, it was Epsilon that did the kidnappings and stuff. I don't remember, but...
So I think the evil group was headed by G Tiger. No, or by Epsilon? I don't know. We'll have to... One of these times, too, after the 1cc, I'll have to make an attempt to actually understand the story of it or whatever. So, an idiot troll says Beef versus Wolves Alien Soldier SGDQ 2015. Maybe. Who knows?
God, if I can stop being a scrub and get my act together.
No. You have a really interesting strategy though here for Backstringer, like where you say they hang out under him at the start of the fight. Yeah,
man. You got to check out some of those videos. Like it's just if they just don't even mount the fly, they just float in midair and just flamethrower right up the spider butt. And it takes care of business.
Right. Oh man, I gotta try that. I gotta spend more time with Flame because I really have only spent time with like Sword and Lancer, and homing and all that. You know,
it's the second strongest attack in the game. That well, not counting the Phoenix, of course. But like Lancer is, you gotta have it. But like Flame is the second strongest. It just cleans house with the right pieces.
Nice. All right, very cool. I think for my money, this is probably the one Epsilon 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm Epsilon Eagle then, right?
Yes, you are Epsilon Eagle. He's Epsilon 1.
I mixed
and then there's Zelio and
forget it. Runs invalidated. I forgot. I think actually Epsilon 1's probably one of my favorite boss battles in the game. It used to be my favorite. I guess it still is. I really like everything about it. The space elevator, the music. We mentioned.
Yeah, all the elements coming down together. I like, again, for me, just the Wolfgun blood bit, not just his name, but like you're flying backwards through a tunnel as he's speed dashing through it. Like the fact that like that's how good Epsilon Eagle is, It's like you're not even looking and you're taking him on.
Totally.
It reminds me of some of the really hype moments in like Sin and Punishment.
Oh, I want to play that. I watched LPs of it, but
oh, you gotta do it. It's just as short as this game.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely less than an hour, and it is fantastic, man.
Oh wow! All right, I do gotta check that out.
It's also on the eShop. The Nintendo popped that up there as well. So,
All right. I will check that out. I'll get that. All right, so Sin and Punishment I gotta play. I still haven't played Dynamite Heady.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My good friend Pula Hoko bought it for me because he wants to race it like sight unseen one day.
Okay.
That's
okay.
like yeah. So I guess we're running to the end of Alien Soldier. I let everybody who comes on my stream do this, but if you have anything you'd like to plug.
Yeah, man, I guess just, superbestfriendsplay.com is where we're hanging out these days.
I'm glad I could give you guys a little bump, through a little Let's Play group. And no, I'm just kidding. But
hey, man, once again, always an honor to be with the godfather of Let's Play.
Stop it. I'm some mook from New Jersey. Thank you.
It's honestly from New Jersey.
You're doing me the favor. Don't worry. No, I'm glad I got an internet celeb who's into Alien Soldier. Well, at least I got somebody who's into Alien Soldier. There's like 10 of us.
We got to stick together, man.
Totally. Awesome. Well, what do you call it?
I guess that is that, Zelio.
I guess
yeah, man. That was what, 47 minutes exactly?
I think it was. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'll put that up on the leaderboard, and anybody who goes under it, I'll cry and pretend never happened. But
there you go.
Awesome.
Like, you could contend for Good Games is Done Quick with that kind of speed, man.
I don't know about that, but I'll work
Maybe
on
not.
it.
No, those
Maybe
guys are
not.
like 20 to 30 minutes. Like, forget it. You got to shave off at least half of that time. It's like, that was a great run, Slow Beef, but do it half as fast. Like, it's, but anyway, or
Anyway.
twice as fast, I should say.
Sure thing. Yep, and yeah, there's all of it. Yeah, total clear time 27:12. Well, whatever. We'll say that is whatever however they're measuring that. All right. Gust Head. That was the name of the boss. That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Gust Head. Got it.
Dude, it's been a pleasure.
Definitely. Thank you
good
so
stuff.
much. Definitely.
And anytime, man. Anytime. Let's do this again.
Awesome. Take easy, everybody.
Later.
Later.